Hi everyone. I've done two read alouds before. I did the Pig the Pug books, and today I have a little bit of a different book. It's a little bit silly. It's called Alice the Fairy, and it's by David Shannon. One thing that I'm going to be doing while I'm reading this book, which is different than my last two videos, is I'm going to stop and ask some questions and probably make a couple connections. I know with my second grade class before we left and everything had started, we were really working on making connections when we were reading, whether it was connecting something that we're reading to another book. Sometimes books make us think of something, and that's kind of a connection. So let's see what happens. So it says, "My name is Alice. I'm a fairy. I'm not a permanent fairy. I'm a temporary fairy. You have to pass a lot of tests to be a permanent fairy. I have wings so I can fly. I can't fly very high yet, but I can fly really fast. This is my magic wand, and this is my blanket. Fairies use magic wands to create frogs into princesses and things like that. I changed my dad into a horse." So I'm going to stop here and think to myself, because her turning her dad into a horse and riding him is kind of a connection for me, because when I was a little girl, I would kind of do this with my grandparents, and I remember I used to ride around on my grandpa's back and pretend that he's a horse. So to me, that's a connection. One time, my mom made cookies for my dad, so I turned them into mine. I'm sure that when we were kids, we all stole cookies at some point or another, and I know that there's some kids in my class who recently just stole cookies. I felt bad about the cookies, so I thought I'd whip up a new outfit for my dad. Did I tell you he's the Duke of Morningside Drive? Well, he is. But clothes were too hard, so I made him a crown instead. And it says gold sparkly pants, purple pinkish shoes, my favorite color. I wonder what your favorite colors are. I know mine's purple, kind of like the sweatshirt that I'm wearing right now. With my magic wand, I can make leaves fall from trees, and I can draw pictures on water. Sometimes I use my wand to disappear, but that's kind of scary. I'd rather use my blanket. Of course, I also have a magic mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairiest of them all? Well, what do you know? It's me, Alice. Thank you, mirror. Fairy dust is very useful. I use it to turn oatmeal into cake. Casting spells is another important part of being a fairy. Watch me make my dog float to the ceiling. Hocus pocus, croakin' docus. Hawkin', talkin', riggin', flockin'. Doggin', floggin', biddle, noggin. Okay, that one needs a little bit of work. But a fairy must be very careful with magic. Once, I accidentally turned my white dress into a red one. That made the Duchess so mad, she locked me in the tower forever. I got away, though. I wonder who the Duchess is. If I had to guess, I would say it's her mom. A fairy's life is filled with danger. Broccoli is often poisoned by the wicked Duchess and should never be eaten. Fairies also hate baths. I'd like to turn my bath water into strawberry jello. That would be fun, but I don't know how yet. You have to be a permanent fairy to do tricks like that. They go to advanced fairy school to learn how. I'm supposed to learn how to make clothes get up off the floor and dance around up in line into the closet. I'm not very good at that, though. I'll probably be a temporary fairy forever. So thank you so much, I can't talk now, for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.